welcome to another edition of Azure Every Day. My name is Kirill Perrin and I'm a senior consultant here at PragmaticWorks. And today we're going to talk about cars. Now you might ask me, Kirill, wait, hold on. This isn't a YouTube channel about cars. This is Azure Every Day, right? Correct. I'm just going to use an example about cars to discuss how the main types of cloud services that Azure offers relates to when it comes to cloud computing, how that relates to the cars that we know and love. So, excuse me. It helps to think about the process of buying a car or leasing a car or renting a car as it relates to Azure services, believe it or not. Now, when you own your car outright, it's equivalent to kind of an on-premises scenario, right? For a particular business, you don't want to go to the cloud, you just want to stay on premises. When it relates to cars, you purchase your car with your money, which is equivalent to a capital expenditure, and perhaps you're financing it, in which case you're making principal and interest payments. It depreciates over time. You manage your own service visits, you fill it up with gas, manage your registration and fees and taxes, and you're responsible for parking it, etc., etc. So it helps to think about the process in terms of who manages or who's responsible for different components of that process between the customer and the provider of the service, and the trade-offs that happen when you shift from one model to the next. So when we're shifting over to leasing a car, it's more like infrastructure as a service in Azure. So you are still responsible for all those items such as insurance and parking and fuel, but you don't own a car anymore. And the car becomes, and its financing and its depreciation becomes built into your payments that you make to the leasing company every month. Okay? Now, the next model of using, transportation or vehicle is when you rent a car. And that is very similar to platform as a service. So you are sort of responsible for less and less, but it's all built into your payment. So you're still responsible for fueling the car. You're still responsible for any road tolls that you may incur. And you're still providing yourself as a driver. You drive the car. But everything else, such as car service, any spare parts or insurance, well, insurance is kind of debatable, but everything else is provided by the company that you're renting the car from. And that's platform as a service for you. Now, the last model we're going to talk about is basically software as a service. And that's exactly what Uber, Lyft is, and some of the other apps that are emerging right now. So you're basically paying for a ride from point A to point B. And there's nothing else, really. There's nothing to it. You're not responsible for the car. In fact, you may not know what car will be supplied to you. You're not responsible for even the driver. The driver will be there to pick you up, right? Don't care about the fuel, don't care about the insurance. You just get in the car and get out when you're there. So I hope this example was useful. It also helps to know that the cloud services can be used in a combination to fit your needs. So you may own a car and drive to a particular long distance destinations, or you may take Uber to go to some short rides, right? Thank you very much. If you have any questions or would like to talk more about different Azure offerings, please click on the link below. Have a great day.